Hey guys, it's Jessica, and I am back with a little bit of a update on my February goals. But actually, the whole purpose of this video is I have a vintage trim haul that I really wanted to share. A couple days ago, my youngest daughter and my youngest daughter really likes to sew, and the Creative Reuse store that we are big fans of posted that they had gotten in a ton of trims as a donation. So I wanted to get down there and see that and get some because I use it. I've been using it so much and been so inspired by it. As you can see, it's been in a lot of my projects lately. Um, and I really like this store. I like the woman who opened it. You know, she's um, trying to do her part and making sure that things get reused and are not ending up in a landfill and all of that, which is really admirable for her. But anyways, so I have the trims I want to show, but I did want to give an update on my February goal since I was looking at what I needed to get done. In terms of crafts, I have not worked with my 5 sheets of faux leather yet. I'm about halfway done on the recipe projects. You guys probably saw the video yesterday where I posted those actually I have one right here, where I posted these recipe journals slash keepers, or the recipe kernels. These have all sold, so I no longer have any available in my Etsy. That being said, I am working on more. I just have to go get more photo albums from the Dollar Tree or Walmart. I've been having a hard time finding them for some reason. And once I get those, then I'm able to get more done and probably finish the rest of these recipe projects that I wanted to get done for February. And using up this retro paper that I have here, this is still in progress. I know what I'm going to do with them, but I haven't started that project yet. In terms of my personal goals, doing a load of laundry every day, not working out so well. I'm trying. And the trying to make more freezer meals to get things stocked up because we're going into a busy season. I haven't done any yet, but I am starting tonight. I'm making some butter chicken and I'm going to triple the recipe. So then we'll have it tonight and then I'll freeze the other 2 like portions of it. And then tomorrow and then like over the next week, I'm going to get done some cooked taco meat. I'm going to make some homemade tomato soup because I have like 4 bags of huge tomatoes that were from my garden this past summer that I haven't used yet. So I'm going to turn those into some tomato soup because my kids and my husband love it. I'm going to make some individual huckleberry cheesecakes because I have some huckleberries in my freezer that I need to use. I am going to be making some shredded chicken taco meat, so then I can pull that out and use it for like tacos or nachos or Navajo tacos, like whatever. And then the big ones that my husband really wants me to get done are turkey pot pie and lasagnas. And I make them in like the super cubes. If you've seen those or if you're a meal prepper, you've probably heard of super cubes. But it's amazing because you can freeze them in like 1 or 2 cup portion size. And then you pop them out and put them in a ceramic dish that matches the size exactly. And pop it in the oven, and then your dinner's done. And especially things on like lasagna where my kids don't like it, but my husband and I do, then we can have it for lunch or whatever. So that's just an update on my goals, and obviously I've been working more on the personal side of getting those goals done rather than my craft fair side. But I will get to my craft fair side, especially now that I got a bunch of trims because I really want to work on some junk journals, and I want to finish the recipe keeper kernels, and I have a lot of ideas going around in my head, and I like working with stuff like this is always really inspiring to me. So about half this bag I got for $4. The rest of it I was just adding to the bag to make it easier to transport, but I spent like a little over $100 on all these trims that I'm going to show you, but it's amazing. Like, this is going to last me for so long. The first thing I wanted to do was I went and looked at all of her elastic. And this is a creative reuse store, so everything that I got here was donated by someone else. And you'll be amazed to see how many things are donated that have never even been used. So I got all these elastics because I use them so much in the traveler's notebooks and the junk journals and all sorts of things. I really wanted the gold and the red and the silver. Like the silver I can use in other projects. Like I'm thinking some cool Halloween books would work well with the silver. But the red and the gold I really wanted for some Christmas projects. And then I got a ton of this eyelet lace. And I know I've talked about how much I love this stuff. So I will just, I don't think I'm going to have time to show you everything I got because it's like, I don't know if people want to sit there and watch like 30 minutes worth of someone showing trim. Like I would watch it, but I don't know if everybody else does. I love, love, love this one, and it was all there was of it. So I took it all. So if it's eyelet, then I will not show that because I got so much of the eyelet. See, this one is so pretty. And then I got this one. Like, this is not really my style, but I wanted to challenge myself to use things that like are out of my comfort zone. So you'll see in here a few that like I've never worked with before. Like this one is really wide and I love it. I don't tend to work with really wide ones. See, this one is so beautiful because it has the florals there in the middle. I think this would be so cute on a baby girl book, like even like a mini album. And then I got some more rickrack because I use it so much. Some more eyelet. And then I got this really pretty blue, and it's also a wide one. And this one, this is another thing that's put me a little bit out of my comfort zone because it's so, I don't know. It honestly, it reminds me of like, this is going to sound weird. It reminds me of like a shipwreck because of, or like netting for fishing or something. So I got it because I want to challenge myself to use it, but it's not something I would normally gravitate towards. Got this one, also very beautiful. I got this really pretty pink. I got as much color as I could. There was tons of whites and creams, as you can tell. See, this is another one that I really like. And we have this little piece here. Because I got so much of it, I'm thinking about making some like tassels. Actually, let me grab the other bag really quick. I'm thinking of making some tassels, like where I would mix different lace and the eyelet lace and velvet ribbon and chiffon and maybe some fabric, and having those tassels where I could just have them ready and available to add to projects. I've also thought about getting a bunch of tassels done and adding them to my Etsy, but I don't know if that's something that people would look for or want. Sorry about the crinkle here. Let me get this all out. So if like pre-made tassels with like vintage trim like this mixed with fabrics and velvet and blah blah blah, like I just said, if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. Either way, I know I want to make some and keep them in my stash so I can use them on traveler's notebooks and journals and junk journals and mini albums and all those things. But if you would like to see them individually listed and you can use them in your own projects, please let me know that. So I got this one, and this one like is mixed colors, which is interesting. Like my brain, I tend to really like things. I tend to be like a black and white kind of crafter. Um, Having it be several different browns is going to be hard for me, but I definitely wanted to use it. I have this really pretty one. Like this would be so pretty in a baby album once again. I got this, which I loved. I loved the shape of it. It's in a different shape than what I normally work with. And this one right here is probably my favorite, and what motivated me to go down there is I loved these two. This one is, let me see if I can get it. So it's kind of like a tassel that is attached at the end. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really pretty. And then I have this one here. And so this is, I got some more elastic. I cannot tell you how much elastic I go through. And then I got this entire box of buttons. This was $8. It was a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but I saw how many buttons were in here and I knew I would use them. I'm actually going to be using my scraps and I needed some buttons, so these are going to be actually getting used up probably today. Well, they're not all going to be used, but I will be using them today. I got this one. I loved this. I envision this one in more of a junk journal, but we'll see how that goes. I got some purple. I did pick up a stamp set. This was like $1 or $2. I did get this one. Love this one too. I really like the, I don't even know what you call this. It reminds me of burlap, but I know it's not burlap. So I got this one and this one. And I got this one and this one. I will not be needing trim for a really long time. That being said, I've become like a sucker for it. And actually I was in Hobby Lobby and was looking at some of their trims, and some of them were like really stinking cute. And they were on sale, so they were not a bad price at all. I really like this one. See, this would make such a beautiful tassel. And let's see if there's a lot of them that are kind of similar. I did get some rickrack, and everything that you see here, I rated their vintage bin. So they had their stuff separated from vintage versus new. Like this is obviously a newer ribbon. So I literally cleaned out their vintage bin. And we have this one and the pink. I don't know if I showed the pink already. Yeah, lots of really wonderful trims. The other thing I got that I am really excited about, actually, there's a few things. I got this huge ball of denim. I really want to start using a bit more denim in my projects. I think it'd make really cute pockets. I think it'd make really cute edging on pages. I think it could be used on spines. Like it's not as wide as I would hope it would be, but like on probably a 1-inch spine, I can use this and wrap around the cover. I got this because I could see so many different uses for it. I could also see adding some like fabric scraps and using it as a tie around on a journal. Lots of really cool things. So I did want to get this. And I am running out of space. But the other thing I got that I am so excited for are all of these sewing patterns, and I got them for the packaging so I could make some junk journals and baby journals. So you'll see that I believe most of them are, no, I do have a few adult, but most of them are going to be kids themed because I really want to make some more like baby memory books, and I thought these were just such a cool idea. And then the patterns on the inside, I will use those to make envelopes and pockets and all those good things. the store is really cool because they have all these patterns broken down. So like they had vintage children versus modern children, and they had like the women's patterns. It was broken down by the year. So they had, it was 50s, 60s, 70s in one box, and then 80s in another box, 90s in another box, and like 2000 and above in another box. So I just stuck to like the more vintage older stuff. So like I got this one from the 50s, 60s, 70s box. And this one, I just love them. It would be so cool to make some journals out of these. I don't know when on the priority list these are going to get done, but I wanted to get them and have them so when I do have time, I can get it done. Of course, some more trim. And then the other thing that I got that I was most excited for as well is this faux leather or vinyl, whatever you want to call it, and it's backed with flannel. But I cannot wait to make some I don't know if I'm going to do traveler's notebooks or some recipe books or something, but it's a huge sheet, so I can make several journal type covers out of this because I just loved the pattern. I loved like the quilted look. But that is it for my video today. And hopefully I will be back soon with some project updates and some Etsy updates once I work through all these projects that I have going on. And in the meantime, thank you guys so much for your love and support, especially all your comments, your likes on TikTok, and of course your support in Etsy. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know down below. Thanks for being here.